shapes that we did?
Yeah.
All of our other shapes we did. Can you guys give me some examples of some of the stuff we talked about? See?
We talked about sides and angles.
Perfect. And what kind of shapes we talked about?
Parallelograms, rhombuses, rectangles, trapezoids, squares, and triangles, circles, and
Okay. So since we've really covered that, we've done a lot of stuff with the other shapes. So now we're going to move on to three-dimensional shapes. Can anybody think of a three-dimensional shape? Mackenzie? A cube. That is great. How about anybody else? Ben?
a pyramid,
A pyramid? Emmett?
sphere.
Wow. So you guys know a lot about shapes already, right?
Yep.
So we're just going to look at a few things. So first we're going to look at this. So we talked about a sphere. And so this shows a beach ball, right? What else can you think of that has the same shape as a sphere? Hannah? A kickball? Kaden?
Your eyes in your head.
Your eyes in your head. So how would you describe the shape of a sphere? Ben?
It's like a circle, but it's going all around.
Yes. And would a circle have any vertices or any angles or any sides? No. All right. Well, then you guys are experts. Let's try another one. How about the cube? What is this?
Dice.
A dice. So can you think of anything else that would represent a cube in the real world? Owen? A school like a house or a building? Good. Anything else? Matthew? Yes, kind of. Sugar cube or like a present, like a gift box, something like that. A Rubik's Cube is a great example. So now since we're talking about sides, vertices, and what else, what property did we not talk about yet that a cube would have that something else would not have? Other than a vertice and a side, what's something else? See?
Vertex.
Okay, but what's Matthew?
Face.
A face. So how would you describe a face in a 3D figure? Matthew, what is a face?
It's like squares that make a
So like the flat part, right? And so can we think of any other of these shapes that would have a face? Anything? Hannah?
A pyramid.
And where would you find the face on the pyramid? All of the sides and on the base, right? So, okay, so now we've done sphere, cube. What about a cylinder? What is a cylinder like? Claire?
It's like a round thing, except you can sometimes, like if you roll a paper up, you can see through.
Okay, and would a cylinder have any faces?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes, and where would it has two faces, right? So we'd have a face on the top and on the bottom.
Circles are on the end.
Right, so faces not have to be square, right? No. So we have a face here, and we'd have a face here. We'd have faces here, and then we discussed on the pyramid we'd have one. And what about on the base of a cone?
Yes.
Yes? Would that be another face?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So we talked about pyramids, we talked about all of these. We're not going to do a cuboid today. So what else would we find a cone? Where is something in the real world that we would see a cone? Mackenzie? A birthday hat is a great example. Sam? An ice cream cone is great. So when we talk, I just want to review then the vertices. So how many vertices would a cone have? What is a vertice? Ben?
It's like where two sides connect.
Connect. And what's another word for that? Claire? That's the same thing. So is an angle the same thing as a vertice? Is it?
Yes.
What do you guys think? As a whole class, do we think yes or no?
Vertices, same as edge.
As an angle.
No.
Why not? Go ahead.
Because vertices are in 3D and they're not in 2D. So we agree.
All right, we're going to do that. We're gonna come back to that after we do our shapes to see if we agree on that or if we disagree on that. So just we're gonna do one quick thing. So a cone has how many vertices? What do we decide? What do we think this is?
One vertex.
Okay, so a cone has one vertice. For the pyramid, how many vertices do you think that there are? What do you guys think? How many faces does a pyramid have?
5.
5 faces.
Yes.
And how many edges would it have?
Weird.
Please.
4. No, there's some 5. Yeah, it's 6.
Oh.
6. We're close.
For the cube, how many faces do we think a cube has?
6.
Matthew? 6 faces. And each face on a cube represents a what? What 2D shape?
Square.
Okay. How many vertices would a cube have?
Vertices?
Blake?
8.
Yes, sir.
Vertices.
And one last thing, how many edges or sides?
We have to count by 4 on this. That's 4 times 6.
On the whole cube?
No.
Claire?
6.
It has more than, it has 12.
Wow.
We have to count every edge inside. Don't forget, it's a
including the
3D
bottom.
shape. Okay. So this is just the shapes that we're going to be talking about. Okay. And then we're going to do a quick poem about 3D shapes. So I'm going to read it first, and then we're going to read it as a class, okay? Okay. 3D shapes are fat, not flat. A cone is like a party hat. A sphere is like a bouncy ball. A prism is like a building tall. A cylinder is like a can of pop. A cube is like a dice you would drop. 3D shapes are here and there. 3D shapes are everywhere. So now as a whole class, I want us to reread it. So let's start from the beginning, okay? 1, 2, 3.
3D shapes are fat, not flat. A cone is like a party hat. A sphere is like a bouncy ball. A prism is like a building tall. A cylinder is like a can of pop. A cube is like a dice you drop. 3D shapes are here and there. 3D shapes are everywhere.
Very nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do 2 separate activities. So we're going to break it up into 2 centers. So one group is going to start with making their very own cube, and we're going to be labeling the vertices, the sides, and the faces. Do we all understand that?
Yes.
Yes? The second one is we're going to do a worksheet where we're going to fill in what the shape name is, and then I want you to find something in the room that represents that shape. Does that sound like something you can do?
Yeah, it's gonna
So
be fun.
this is what the whole point is. 3D shapes are everywhere. We use them every day, so it's really important to be able to recognize them and know why they are what they are, right? So that's what we're going to do. So if you guys now, I'm going to get all of your stuff, and we're going to start our centers, okay?